Hi, we are the Texas Craft Queens, and I'm Cassidy.
And I'm Michelle.
And today we're going to show you how to do burst keychains using the tacky tape from the glitter guy.
Yep, we have two different designs going on today.
So we're going to do a pencil, and then the other one is like ocean vibes.
Yes, nice summer stuff.
Yes.
Alright, let's get started. Alright, so here's everything we're going to be using today. I know it looks like quite a lot, but as you can see, the sunset one, the beachy one, has several different colors. So with that one, we're going to use the Twilight Dave, Rock Candy, Calm Waters, Coral, Sands of Time, and Rainbow Ice. And then this one is a pencil for back to school. So we're going to put Cruella dots on the back, and we're going to use the Black Pearl, Sands of Time, Pencil, Disco Dust, and Coral on that one. We have all of our pieces cut, so let me clean all this off and we'll get started. Alright, so here's what we're going to be using for this one. We're going to do our little ocean vibes first. So this is our white circle that we're going to put down on our keychain first. That gives us a nice white solid surface to put our tacky tape on, because the tacky tape is transparent. It's clear. It is see-through. So I did this one here, I did not put a white background down so y'all could see the difference after I get done with this one. But you can see the glitter on the back shining through because it is clear. So we're going to put this down first. Move that to the side. Get our backing off. I've already got this transfer tape on this one. We're going to move this here. We're going to get this lined up. We'll just put it in the center. That way our glitter that we put on the back shows through. A little bubble in there, so we're going to try to work that one out right quick. And it on this side. Alright. Okay, so I'm going to take my transfer tape off. And then what I'm going to also do is go ahead and cut this hole out, only because we want to be able to not have anything in our way when we resin that we have to go back and drill out later. If at all possible, it is nice to keep it nice and clean. That way you don't have to worry about the drilling like we had in the other video. I'm going to go ahead and pop that bubble right quick. Perfect. Smooth that a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so now with this one, because you don't want it to cut all the way through your backing, you want to take and just cut around the outside of your tacky tape cutout. And this one I did cut on the washi sheet setting on my Cricut. Depending on your blade, depending on the detail of the design that you're trying to cut, you may need to change and play with the settings, lower the pressure, something like that to get it to the right setting. Cut around the circle. Circles are kind of hard to cut around. Alright, got that nice and cut out. So for this, you turn it over and you take off this solid piece that's back here. Be careful because it does sometimes want to lift up the adhesive with it. Make sure that when you're pulling it off, it is just the paper back coming off. You want to make sure that the sticky stays on this side. So kind of grab it very carefully at that edge, pull this away. Ah. There we go. And then make sure that you get it nice and lined up on your keychain blank. Pull off that extra little outside circle. You can see where I didn't get it exactly cut in a circle. I'm going to put this right on top of that white background. Smooth it down. Be careful and don't do what I just did and pull the little piece out. Some of these little tiny pieces may want to come up. Get them back in place as good as possible and keep them pressed down there. Alright, so we got that back in place. Get all of these off there. Throw our trash away. Now, when you're doing these, you want to start with your darkest color first. For us, it's going to be Twilight. That way it just kind of accents these pieces here, makes them look more like a silhouette. So you're going to take your weeding tool and just carefully remove those pieces. Try to get it from this side.
That little surfer guy's giving you problems.
Yeah, he is, just a little bit. Doesn't want to release. There we go. I'm going to try my best to keep my head out of the camera, guys. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get a little too far over when I'm trying to look at the details. Move that, push that back down just a little bit. And this little guy here, just kind of push him out of the way. That way you still have your detail showing, but it doesn't want to tear back this piece here. And then we're going to do the same, remove our palm tree. Get all these little palm roots off of here. Move this away, get that one out. Get these other ones out of here. I'm just going to take my weeding tool and just kind of go right through and hold that piece down that wants to tear, wants to come up. Same way there. Same way with that one little guy there. And that corner there. There we go. Alright, so what I do, just take, you can use a piece of copy paper, just like this, just regular paper. You can use a glitter tray like this one. You can get these at pretty much any craft store. That way you can catch the glitter here. It's got a spout, you can just pour it right back in the bottle. So, I'm going to lay that there. I take off the whole cap. I know some people will take this out, pour it out of there. You can do whatever. Whatever way you want to. Then you just take and pour it on your exposed parts. I do it kind of thick. And then I just take and smash it down with my finger.
After we're done with this, I'm going to go get one of them trays.
I love, love, love my glitter tray. Had it for years. Alright, lift it up. We're just going to tap down.
Oh, wow.
And
Voila.
uh-oh, you can see I took too many parts out, but that's okay. We'll go with it.
Yeah, we're not perfect.
No, we are not. Don't claim to be. And then you just pour this back in here. Give a little tap. I'm going to go back so y'all don't see my hand right in the camera. Alright, put the lid back on that one. And the black is done. And then I usually just take, kind of lightly tap it over my trash can. And then we'll start with the next color. Alright, so our next color that's going to be the darkest, I think, is going to be our Sands of Time. And that I have for the sand down here in this little area. So we'll take and pull this out, if I can get it out. There we go.
Perfect.
And then again, Sands of Time. Open it up, pour it on, and give it a little press down. Just move some that way. I didn't get a whole lot over there. There we go. Tappy tap tap. And
wow.
Now that's in there.
So cool.
Lid back on. That one's done, and a quick tap over the trash can. Alright, so now we're going to kind of move up into our sun area. Let's see. Yeah, we'll go with the sun first. We'll go with the top. I don't know where my other one went that I was using. Oh, okay, yeah, you got it. So we're going to go with the top. You're good. Alrighty. Open up our coral. A little too much, but it's a full bottle, so a lot came out at one time. But that's okay, because the rest of this is covered up, so we don't have to worry about it. Give that a tap tap. And there's the coral.
Wow. It's so much more vibrant since you did the white backing on that one.
Yes.
You can already tell.
Yep. You want to start, if you're doing this on a tumbler, you want to start with a white prepped surface or whatever color surface you want to start with, because it will make a difference in how it comes out. Alright, so next let's go with our darker blue. Hold this in place. Put that one. And put this next one. Alright. So this one is our Calm Waters. Pour that in. Same thing, give it a little press down. Tappy tap tap.
Ooh, wow.
There's that one. Lid back on that one. And then we're going to go up to our next blue. Actually, we're going to do our yellow first. Pretty bright compared to that light blue that I'm going to use, so the rest of this out of here. This would have been yellow, except I didn't realize that that part came out, so well, these other little parts in here. Don't forget any little intricate parts like this on the inside of your detailing. This is Dave.
Dave is bright.
Dave is really bright. And I love that it's got, like, you see the yellow glitter in it, but then it also has those flakes in there that just give it that extra sparkle, especially for sun. I love that.
Dave didn't want to come out of your tray.
No, he did not. He wanted to stick around for a little bit longer. Alright, so now we're going to do that light blue color in here. I'm going to pull out these pieces. That one, and this one here. And you can kind of see some of the edges of the papers kind of separating. It's wanting to come off in 2 layers. That's because I'm trying really hard not to scrape our adhesive, because we don't want a spot where it's got no adhesive for the colors to stick to. So you want to give it a little bit of pressure, but not too much. And this is Rock Candy. And you'll want to try to go ahead and open up your glitters beforehand. It'll just make it go by a little faster. But you can do you on your own time. You're doing whatever. You can open them as you go. In case you change your mind, you don't have to worry about one being open.
Wow.
And that gives just that light pastel blue, kind of that back layer of the water, just to give some definition in there. So I love using the two-tone blue on this. Tap, tap. And then our rainbow ice. This one I'm just going to use around the outside edge here. Let me go this way because I want to pull up my adhesive from the back. There we go. I want all of these to be exposed. And you can do your outside line in whatever color you want to. I chose the rainbow white just to kind of give it a little sparkle on the edges. But you can do any color you want to for any of it. Just sharing the colors that we chose for ours. This one out of here. And then I think the last piece is this one in here.
This one would also look really cool as a sunset type.
Yes. It
like the
been
purple and the pink and the dark blue.
Absolutely. Get these last little pieces out here. Sometimes these little intricate cuts inside are the hardest ones to get out. One here. Come on. See if I can go from the opposite direction. Get it lifted. There we go. Alright, I don't see any more paper pieces, so I think we're good. We're going to use rainbow ice on this just to give it that sparkle, but not really a color. So we're going to kind of pour this one all over since we have it all around. And again, smash it in. Give it a tap. Now you can see even our outside edges and all those lines in between now have a sparkle to them. That way they're not just a plain fill. You can also see where I didn't get it exactly right on the cut, so it's got some of that on the edge where I didn't get exactly cut around that circle when I was cutting it with my scissors. But you can clean it up if you want to. You can try your best not to pull it off like I did accidentally, and leave it until you do the white or whatever color you do in your detailing lines. But that is pretty much the gist of the front. Uh-oh. You know what, guys? I see. I left a piece of paper right here. There's no sparkle coming from there. Pull that off. I'm going to grab some of this, sprinkle it on top, smash it down, and there we go. Alright, so now let's put this back in here. There you go. I didn't want to come completely out either. Put this to the side. Alright, we want to take in the same thing because we put our adhesive over this hole, or our tacky tape. So you want to get your knife and cut that area out as well. Grab that. Get that out of there. Remove that. There we go. I can clean up some of these little edges. Alright. A little string kind of stuck on there. Trying to clean up some of this because now what we're going to do is we're actually going to seal this with the UV resin. You typically would want to spray this with a clear sealer before spraying or before doing the UV resin, so that way your glitters don't mix and combine and everything as you're going around. But to save time for video purposes, I'm just going to be really careful with my UV resin. Alright, let me get all that set up and we'll be right back. Alright, so we got everything moved away, got my mat mostly cleaned, but we are ready to put the UV resin on here. I am going to leave the lid on, or the spout on, for this. Again, I'm going to start in the center like we have in the other videos. I'm going to try to kind of get quite a bit on this, just so it's not too dry and wanting to pull the glitter everywhere. There we go. And then our trusty little silicone stick. Don't scrape if you don't seal, because you don't want your glitters to mix. But you lightly pull it around like we did on everything else. Get out the edges. Don't rush it because it will pull your glitter. It's going to be a little drier. See, like that. I got some of my glitter. Just going to kind of pop that down. And put a little more UV resin on the outside here. Pop. There we go. Slowly work that to the edges. Again, make sure you try your best not to get it in the hole of the keychain. taking it from the center out to the edge. Kind of a dry spot right here, so I'll put a little bit more. Try not to go right on the edge because you don't want it to run over. So put a little bit further back from the edge and then just brush it towards the edge. That way you can control how much is actually flowing towards the edge. Turn it around. A little more over here, and we're just about done. Okay, let's see. Oh, I can see there's some spots we missed right in here. Get it brushed down nice and flat and leveled out. Look here, see if we missed anything else. Cassidy, what do you think?
I think you're good to go.
Awesome. And don't forget that I did put that on there, so we don't want to put our keychain in there to cure, but we are going to cure it, so we can just fill it off our mat.
That's what I love about those silicone mats.
Yes, nice, and just pop it right off. Again, we are doing this for 120 seconds, and then we will check it after it goes off and see what we think, see if it needs a little bit more. But it is UV resin, so you don't want to try to do too thick of a coat, so that way it cures faster. But if you got a little thick, you can always just go again for another 60 seconds or so and just try it again. Alright, so we paused it for a second so it could cure, so y'all didn't have to listen to us singing. But we did go another 60 seconds after the 120 because there was still some edges that I got a little thick that weren't cured. But it is nice and cured now and very pretty. And go ahead and I'm going to peel this right off of here and throw those in the trash. Alright, so now we're going to do the back side of this one. So we're going to peel off this backing. And you can see how it's got the white vinyl on it from where we did the vinyl on the front. And grab a wipe. I'm going to clean this off because I don't want any glitter on the front. It's going to be out of place. So take a little disinfectant wipe, kind of clean this off here. Nice and pretty. And then I always take a paper towel and just dry it off. Awesome. Now we have a clean surface to put this on too. Okay, so for this one, we're actually going to use Finding Emo on the back. I'm going to grab me a glitter mixing cup. We can mix it up. Maybe. Hang on. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to take the lid off. Make this easier to pour. Trying to get just enough for the back of this. Try that. Again, I always have some molds nearby just in case I pour a little too much. We have something to put it in. Move that up a little bit. Oh, we got glitter everywhere. Put some in there.
I love the shift on that. It's like green and blue, so it's very ocean.
Very oceany. Oh, I'll wipe that off because it was a little too close to my lamp and it cured on the end. Alright, mix this up. Oh, so pretty. Look at that color. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to start by pouring this in the center and working it out to the edges. Oh, a little too much from the center. Put that back. Probably could have gone a little bit more glitter, but didn't want it to get too thick and pasty. Get it carefully around the whole of our keychain. Try not to get it inside of there. And finish spraying it out. Add to the edges here. And then let's got it right up to the edges where I wanted it, just a little bit more, and then we will be able to cure this. A little thin up there, so get it down there. Alright, we'll take a look. Looks pretty good to me. What about you, Cassidy?
It looks very even.
Awesome.
I love the way it self-levels.
Yes, me too. So nice. Alrighty, so we're going to do this for 120 seconds again. We'll check it and then we'll be right back. Alrighty, so again, we did go ahead and do that for another 60 seconds. So it is nice and cured now, but look at there.
Oh,
I
wow.
love the blue edge that gives to the front. But that is our finished keychain blank, and you can see what a difference it makes. So this was no white backing behind it, and this we put that white vinyl backing behind it. So you can tell a huge, huge difference that it makes between the two. So, but that is our finished one, and Cassidy will be right back to do the pencil. Thanks, guys!
Alright, so I'm going to be doing the pencil today. So what you'll want to do first is obviously peel this off first. But I want to just go over the glitters one more time. So we're going to use coral for the eraser, disco dust for the little metal part on the pencil, pencil obviously for the pencil wood part, and then this for the tip for the wood, actual wood part, and then we have this for the lead, and this is going to go all the way around the outside of it. So I'm going to set these off to the side. So I have some working space. I'm also going to put these out of the way for a second. Alright, so you're going to peel this back, And of course it's not going to grab today for me. Nope. Get my little weeder tool and just kind of carefully peel back. You don't want to scratch it. Alright, got it started. Alright, put that away. We're going to take off the transfer tape. And we're just going to line this in the center of the as best as you can. Okay. Squeegee it down. Peel off your transfer tape. Alright. Alright, so now you're going to take your tacky tape. We've already cut this, and I've already cut around and trimmed around the whole thing. So it's ready to go. Alright, and by the way, I haven't done this before, so Michelle's probably going to talk me through some of this.
This is Cassidy's first time.
Yeah. I've done the tumbler, like laying down on the counter type thing, but I have not done a keychain.
Sometimes it is kind of hard to get that apart.
Yep.
Just get
Or
just the paper.
Take the adhesive. Okay, it looks like I didn't grab it, so let's pray. Okay. Yay! Success! Alright, so again, we're just gonna... Oh, sticky already?
Yes, very sticky.
Okay, so I'm just gonna line it up with my white. Oops. Oh my gosh. It's so sticky it stuck to my finger. Alright.
There you go.
I'm just gonna press it down there. Alright, we're gonna get to use her little tray. I'm excited. I've never, like I said, never used it before. So we're gonna place it on there. So like she suggested, you want to do dark colors first. So I'm gonna take Shady Beaches and I'm gonna peel off around this edging here. Carefully. Oh boy. This might take me a little bit, guys. Sorry. Oh, oh, see? Started to take the little pencil part of it. Okay, we're gonna try it this other one. When in doubt, just flip
Flatten
around.
it out and
Yep.
try another.
Try another little area. Oh my goodness. Okay, I think I have it. I can't tell if it... I think it's... Is the backing of it supposed to be kind of shiny too? Or no?
As long as you can feel the tackiness still down there, you're good.
Okay. Okay, I can. So I'm just going to carefully do this.
And try not to touch the tacky tape too much because you'll have it lose some of the tackiness.
And then your glitter won't stick.
Yep.
Okay. Alright.
And make sure you get any little straggling pieces, like the little bitty strip of paper backing from where you cut around it. By your thumb there's a little piece out right there.
Sorry, I'm trying not to get my head in the way either.
There we go. That's the hardest part about doing it on something like this. But we are trying to figure out a way to do it to where the outside edge completely cuts through, but it leaves everything else down for us.
Yeah, it's going to be a little trial and error trying to figure that out.
Yes.
Alright, so got all that peeled off. So, the fun part.
And go ahead and move your paper pieces out of your tray so that way they don't want to go in the glitter bottle.
Alright.
And that one's a brand new glitter, so I haven't opened that one yet.
Lucky me. So we're just going to pour it kind of all over. And tap it in all around that edge. Alright, I'm just going to grab it. This black is everywhere.
Lightly dust it away. There you go. Yay!
And you can use a makeup brush, but something that's tiny, you can just use your finger.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to set that aside real quick. Because I get more messier than she did. Oh, need that still. Alright, so we're just going to pour it back in here.
And I will say black is one of the glitters that likes to stick to the trays for whatever reason. Black is going to be one of the worst ones.
Alright. Should I like paper towel it?
Yeah, if you need to, you can paper towel.
Well, I'm fixing to do this color, but...
Yeah, just so we don't get mixture of glitter in our glitter bottle.
Yeah, this one does not want to fall out. Alright. I really need to clean my hands too. Just going to set one of these to the side. I can use. Okay. Try on now. Alright. So now we're going to do the other dark part of this, which is going to be the lead part of the pencil. This piece wanted to come up earlier, and now it doesn't.
Of course.
Mm-hmm. Alright.
There you go.
Alright, and for that one, we're going to use black pearl. Okay.
Another new one.
Another new one.
Yep, I understand. I have to do the same thing.
Okay.
Sometimes they don't want to lift.
So this one, since it's very little, I'm just going to put a little pile right there. Alright. Ooh. I was a little worried about the blacks, but now, looking at it, that looks really
It
cool.
looks good.
It's looking like a pencil, y'all. Just try to save all the glitter we can.
Absolutely.
I'll grab Cap that.
Got the cap of the weeding tool in there.
Oh gosh, black is awful. We might need to get like one for black.
And then one for every other color.
Every other
yeah.
color, because that one is bad.
Yeah, black, I don't know what it is. I guess it's just maybe the colorants or something. I don't know. Black is always one that likes to stick in the trays. It doesn't want to come out.
Yep. So we're done with the blacks now. Now we're going to do Sands of Time. I feel like that's the next
Yep, I think so
darker
too.
color here. Alright. I know she's used this one today.
That one is not new.
Alright. Just gonna... I keep closing them.
Natural habit.
Yep. Well, I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I have a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the last thing I want rolling around in my craft room, which she tends to sometimes try to do. Alright, that looks awesome.
Yay!
It really does have that
Has that wood look.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this one too does not want to come out. For me. Alright. So now we're going to skip over and we're going to do the eraser next. And again, just tap it in there. Oh yeah. After you get the hang of it, it starts going a little bit better.
Oh yeah.
Alright, next we're going to do pencil, which is the yellow.
I love the way that looks so far.
Yeah,
So
that's
pretty.
awesome.
And I know a lot of people usually use these, you know, on tumblers and things like that, but we wanted to come up with something else that wasn't a tumbler for us to be able to use these on.
Yeah, also for like first time crafters, like since I'm like new at doing that,
Mm-hmm.
I really wanted to warm up like this before we do something like a tumbler,
Right.
which we will be doing.
And a keychain, I mean, it costs $1.25 for that keychain, so it's not, you know, a $10 cup that you're experimenting on.
Right, and now Kelsey has a cute little gift to give her teacher on
Yep.
the first day of school.
Absolutely.
And it's simple and it's fun.
So cute.
Yep, so cute. It's looking really good. Okay, next we just gotta do the little silver part. Try to tap off a little bit more yellow. Last but not least, the little disco dust we have for the little silver part of the pencil. And this is a little intimidating to peel back, but after you do it a few times, it's not too bad.
It gets better.
Yeah, and I really think it helped with putting the white on there to make it stick extra.
Yes.
It really did help.
Yep, I agree.
So. Alright. Look at this. That is just... Oh, wow. Neat.
So pretty. I love it.
So cute. And I put it further down. I don't really know why, but
That's okay.
it's okay. I mean, I just was trying to avoid the hole. I guess the little hole scared me. I don't know.
That's okay. We're going to put a glitter on the back, so
Yep.
it'll pop anyway.
Yep. Okay. Alrighty. So that's the outcome of that. So now next we're gonna glitter the back. So I'm gonna get this cleaned up and then we will do that. So I got my surface cleaned, and so I forgot to mention that we are actually gonna epoxy the front. So we're just gonna pour this UV resin on top here. Ooh, pop that bubble. And this one, since it's not a circle, we're just gonna put like a line down the middle. Try to stay away from the hole. Do that. Okay. Then you don't want to scrape like she suggested earlier. Kind of scoop, but only on the resin. Try not to scoop your glitter because then it'll go everywhere. But like she suggested, we would also probably seal this. But it's such a small project and we love glitter, so we don't care if it kind of spreads out just a tad. So just kind of work it to the edge. I'm gonna be shocked if I actually poured enough epoxy on here. Or resin, I should say. bit for this corner. Alright, and be careful around the hole or you're gonna have to drill it out later. Work smarter, not harder.
Amen.
Alright, I just kind of try to get eye level with it and look around and see what needs some help. Alright, how does that look on in there? Do this last one dry because I like this eraser right here, didn't it? There you go.
I think on that eraser, pour some back towards you. Pull some back towards
Right
you.
here?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can
watch out
see.
for the hole.
Yeah.
Can you let it level itself
Yeah,
out
let it
for a
level out, and I
second?
think that's good after it levels.
Perfect.
Yep, looks good to me.
Alright, just set that to the side. Alright, we're going to do it for 120 seconds. Alright, so I cured it for 120 and then another 60 seconds and it's good to go. So now we're going to flip it over and work on the back side now. So first I'm going to mix my stuff together before I even peel it off so I don't get a bunch of hand thumbprints and all that stuff on there. So let's see if we can eyeball this pretty good. Oh, I don't even know how to squeeze it in. Sorry, guys. We're gonna try that amount first. Alright, so this one's a chunky. We chose this one because it reminds us of a composition book.
Yep.
And it's Cruella, and it's also by the Glitter Guy. So we're just going to kind of toss them in here a fair amount. We want it to give it that effect, so you want some in there. Don't want to put too much towards the paste. You want it still pretty thin. To me that looks pretty good. I might add just a hair bit more.
Yeah, I got mine a tiny bit thin a while ago. It still works.
Yeah, and the thing with that is you never know. You just never know.
Yeah.
You might get used to knowing if you're doing like, if we do like a bunch of these, I'm sure we catch on
We
and
would,
figure
yeah.
out, but you just never know.
And it also depends on the shape, you know, how big it is, how small it is. Some
Yeah.
takes more, some takes less.
So I'm going to take my weeding tool, try not to scratch this backing. There we go. Alright, so let's pour this on here and see what it gives us, and then we'll add more if we need more. So because it's chunkier, you're going to want to try to move the glitter and kind of separate it out a little bit, because it clumps. really starting to look like a little composition book.
It is. It looks cool.
That was a good idea.
Thanks.
See there, little black dot? And again, be careful around the hole. Alright, so. And the OCD is just fixing with the black dots.
Kind of hard to get the chunky around the hole, so most of the time at the top it's just kind of like a little bit of the
little
UV
bit
resin.
Clear. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of flicking them dots around. Alright. How's that look on your end there?
Over here it looks good. Trying to get a little level with it and see what the glare looks like from the lights. But it looks pretty good to me.
Yeah. Same. I poured a little too much there. We might have to use a mold.
Okay. We got them.
I'm going to cure it for 120. Clean this up. Alright. So this is how all this came out. So here's the front side of the pencil, and there's the fun back side. And then we've already got the keychain on that one. We'll add the keychains to these, but you get the gist of it. So pretty. So we got our back to school and we got our summertime.
Awesome, awesome.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.